Did you know that the Formula One track, built at a cost of $1 billion, is completely useless today due to a single small flaw? And why the airport, built at a cost of over $1 billion, was sold for mere $12,000? In this video, you will witness the project. From Ghost City to the highway that falls through the very beautiful mountains, we have several global mega projects that have incurred billions of dollars in construction, yet remain largely not utilized. So let's start with the Valencia Street Circuit. This track served as the home of Formula One street racing and gained global recognition. This track is the only one in the Spanish city of Valencia. This track took a year to build at the cost of 100 million euros. At first glance, this racing track was quite an attraction for everyone, because not only did it pass through the middle of the Valencia port, but its 140-meter section was also built on a beautiful swing bridge. Given the advanced features of this track, Formula One announced that it would hold the European Championship here for 7 years, from 2008 to 2014. Everyone was eagerly waiting for the announcement of Formula One racing on this new track. But when the race was held here for the first time in 2008, the whole reality came out in the open. The racing driver complained that the track's design makes it impossible to overtake. On this track there were 11 left turns and 14 right turns. However, the straight road before the turn allowed racing cars to reach a speed of 320 kilometers per hour, providing opportunities for overtaking. In those turns, drivers had to put in a lot of work to stop. As a result, numerous accidents occurred at this location. Formula One, which had booked the Valencia Street Circuit for 7 years, broke their agreement after just 5 years, and since then this circuit track looks like a set of a haunted movie. Broken light poles, broken fences, and wild bushes on the sides of the racing track, as well as the years-old water filled in the underpass, are proof that this mega project is completely useless. Would you like to live in the Ghost City? Let's see what we have here. With more than 50 million people residing in this seaside city, Yangon, one of Myanmar's oldest, is believed to be incapable of further expansion. In 2002, the military of Myanmar quietly started building a new city. His goal was to move the capital city to Myanmar. Myanmar was not the first country in the world to want to change its capital city. Earlier, Thailand, Afghanistan, and Pakistan had also shifted their capitals. Finally, in 2005, the military leaders suddenly noticed that they wanted to shift the capital, whose name was Naypiydaw. A total of $4 billion went into building this new capital in the center of Myanmar, away from the sea. To entice visitors to Naypiydaw, we designed everything in a modern style. We constructed a 20-lane highway, luxury hotels, golf courses, museums, shopping malls, and the pagoda from the old capital in an identical manner. However, one very important thing was missing: population. Yes, everything was there in this new capital, but there were no people. Only government employees and bureaucrats lived here. Aside from this, there are rarely any vehicles running on the 20-lane highway that was built. Only by chance would we be able to see vehicles. Even during peak times, the international airport here, which could accommodate thousands of people, has only 10 or 12 passengers. Similarly, the deserted hotels and shopping complexes make one feel apprehensive to visit. The construction of this entire city cost approximately $4 to $5 billion. Today it presents a scene reminiscent of a ghostly city. Another significant project, Cuidad Real Central Airport in Spain, is a part of Europe that is considered a hotspot for tourists. Every year, 9 million tourists from all over the world come here, and they all like to land in Spain's capital, Madrid. The problem was that Madrid International Airport in Spain has a capacity of only 800,000 people, whereas the number of passengers arriving here is 900,000. This issue led to the decision to construct another airport. The construction of Cuidad Real Central Airport cost $1.2 billion. The primary goal of building this new airport was to reduce the congestion at Madrid International Airport. But when this operation took place in 2009, the ground slipped from under the feet of those who built it. Yes, it was called a central airport, but it was not central from any angle because after landing here, the passengers had to travel 300 kilometers to reach the capital city of Madrid. Tourists strongly opposed the new airport, prompting commercial airlines to stop aircraft operations. Only 2 years after its establishment, Cuidad Real Central Airport started to resemble an abandoned city. Of course, some passengers did not like to come here, but millions of dollars were spent every year operating the airport. Now the matter has reached such a point that in 2013, it was decided to sell it. But why would anyone buy it? After all, in 2019, the $1.1 billion that were used to build this airport were auctioned for only $12,000. Another great project to look at is Interstate H3 Highway. Honolulu is a city in Hawaii, United States. Here, there is a 126-kilometer-long highway that falls through the very beautiful mountains. There is so much attraction to these views. People passing through here take photographs of the vehicles, resulting in a traffic jam at many points on this highway. This highway, known as Interstate H3 Hawaii, is both beautiful and controversial. The need to build this highway arose in 1960, when there was difficulty traveling between the two US Navy bases here. But when the plan to build this highway was announced, the people living here made a lot of noise because they did not want the beauty of their city to be spoiled for any reason, and that too just to connect two Navy bases. The situation escalated to such an extent that the construction work on this highway stopped for the next 26 years. However, in 1989, changes in environmental law compelled the project to begin. The first opening of this highway occurred in 1997, following many years of construction. Was opened typically in these regions, the construction of roads involves slicing through the mountains, a process that compromises the natural beauty of the area. Therefore, the entire highway, from start to finish, relies on the support of massive pillars. This approach resulted in no further developments, but it did lead to an increase in the project's cost. While this project was expected to cost $250 million, the entire project ended up costing $1.3 billion. On a cost-per-mile basis, the H3 was the most expensive interstate highway ever built. Its final cost was $1.3 billion, equivalent to $2.29 billion in 2023, or approximately $80 million per mile. The final cost was $50 million per kilometer, which is equivalent to $141 million per mile and $88 million per kilometer in 2023. Despite waiting for 37 years and spending $1.3 billion, this highway is still not considered fit for use. Some people believe that this highway there is no direct route from Honolulu downtown through this highway, whereas the locals here have not used this highway till date because they believe that during the construction of this highway, the government demolished their places. This explains the highway's infrequent use. Yucca Mountain Waste Repository. Nuclear power plants' waste material, if not stored properly, can cause so much harm to humans that it is very difficult to even estimate. America typically stores its nuclear waste in drums and abandons it in remote locations. However, in 2002, America devised a plan to dump the entire nation's nuclear waste by building a 300-meter deep tunnel in the Yucca Mountain state of Nevada. This plan was very good, but the people living in Nevada rejected it badly. They questioned why America was dumping its nuclear waste here alone when there was no nuclear plant in Nevada. For many years, this matter continued in court as to whether there should be a nuclear waste dump in Yucca or not. Then, during President Obama's reign, it was decided that nuclear waste would not be dumped in Yucca Mountain. Surprisingly, despite spending $17 billion on its construction, no one wants to get any closer to this project today. Well, I am sure you are going to love to watch our video Russia's insane plan to build a super highway to America on our channel. Make sure to subscribe to us and never miss our amazing videos like this. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Till then, stay tuned.